Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. And we have gotten everything out of the box that we're going to get. We don't have any more of these keys left, but we did get every one of the champions at least once. And one of the champions that I got, that I did awaken, and I did move to rank 3, and I did sig up a lot, is Iceman. So we've got a 7-star rank 3 Iceman here who is a level 131. I have precision put on him, and I have block penetration. And he comes out right now, because of the team I've got him on, he comes out at a 40,080. So he is super beefy. So I want to talk about him. We want to showcase him. We're going to talk about his kit, how his kit works. We're going to showcase him, like I said, against a couple of different champs. And then we'll wrap it up. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or a comment. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. All right, let's take a look at his kit, which is super. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple kit. So Iceman, if you didn't know, has a lot of utility. And it's right here in this thing called Organic Ice. So his ice form grants him immunity to incinerates, Nova Flame, so he is a good champ to put up against Human Torch. He's the only one that's immune to Nova Flame. He's immune to Bleed, Poison, Cold Snap, Frostbite. So that's a lot of different immunities, which makes him awesome. He starts with this ice armor, and it does have a recharge of 15 seconds, but because he is awakened, it's 12 seconds. And while he's got the armor on, he gets a bump to his armor rating. It counts as an armor up effect. And then if he loses more than 5% of his health from anything, including a special 3, his armor protects him and reduces the damage to 5% of his health. That's it. So if you have this up and you get hit with a special 3, you'll see that it does very, very little. So if he would become stunned, he loses his ice armor. If he takes the 5%, he loses his ice armor. And if it's ever removed, all the frostbite effects expire immediately, and that's a big deal. So critical hits have a 70% chance to inflict a frostbite, but because we have him at a 131, it's actually a 92.23% chance because of that first bullet, which says, while the opponent has a cold snap debuff, the chance to apply frostbite on critical hits is increased by 22.23%. So and he's going to start at the start of the fight, inflict a cold snap debuff that deals energy damage over 12 seconds. So he's going to get a 12-second cold snap, which increases the chance that we're going to get these frostbites. They last for 10 seconds, and each one of them right now deals almost 5,000 energy damage when they expire. So if I've got 5 of them on, and my ice armor goes away, and because of the last bullet they expire, then it's going to be about 24,000 some points of damage. Now, heavy attacks cause all frostbite passives to expire instantly and deal an additional 2,323 energy damage per frostbite. So again, that now is going to be about 7,200 points of damage per frostbite, which means if I have 5 of them, let's say 4 of them, it's going to be about another 28,000 points of damage. So you can see this damage goes up and up and up. Now, special 1 is where we do the cold snaps, does damage, and it inflicts 2 personal frostbite passives. And remember, we get a bump to the chance of putting a frostbite on if the opponent has a cold snap. And in addition, here's another utility thing. Cold snap inflicts energy damage over time and prevents evasion. No evasion. So Mixmaster is done. Special 2 is where it's at. This is the go-to that you want to get to. Iceman consumes his ice armor and gains a 8,700 bonus to his attack rating for the duration of the attack. So I will be able to pump out over 200,000 points of damage with one of these special 2s. And then special 3, which I don't really use very much, inflicts a cold snap, does a little bit more damage, lasts a little bit longer, and then he immediately gets his ice armor back. Okay, so another big thing to pay attention to is his crit rating chance, which right now is a 28%. So that's pretty good. It's not above 30, but it's pretty good. The other thing that we really need to pay attention to are his synergies. So we're going to look over here now, and he's got a bunch of synergies. But we want to get synergies in here that are going to bump our crit rating, so that increases the chance that we're going to put those frostbites on, and probably power gain, things like that. So we've got enemies. There it is, crit rating with Red Magneto and also with Hyperion. Spider-Man is also a crit rating, but there's other stuff we get with Magneto when we have a couple of the other folks that we're going to put in here. So we're going to definitely put Magneto on. Teammates, perfect block chance, I don't care about that. Born This Way. So intercepts and dash attacks inflict a frostbite passive and cause the cooldown of ice armor to briefly expire faster. So those are things that we want. And then we've got Pride, which gives us armor rating, block proficiency, energy resistance, and physical resistance. I don't really care that much. I much prefer the Iceman synergy with North Star. But we get both of them. We've got Ice Queens. When an opponent fails to trigger an evade due to Cold Snap, inflict a personal frostbite passive. That doesn't happen that often. So, you would use that synergy if you were going up against somebody who had evade. Get over here. This is another one that we want. Iceman gains a 950 crit rating while the opponent is suffering from a cold snap. So we can stack tons and tons of cold frostbites on. Allowed to cool. +4 to health and attack rating. That's just okay. We will be bringing in the Professor X, which inflict 3 personal frostbite passives whenever the opponent purifies a cold snap. Plus all mutants and X-Men except Professor X get mental barrier whenever a champion would take damage except for a special attack. So those are all things that we want. There's dry ice, increased duration of frostbite passives by 4 seconds. So that is another one we want. And I don't have that one right now, but we're going to put that one on there. Song of Fire and Ice. So when opponent takes energy damage, they take an additional burst. That's okay. Elemental Hide. It's just more buff to them from Korg. Mutant Resistance doesn't really get anything. And then Mutant Agenda. Mutant landed strikes during special get an attack rating. So I think we're gonna do Scorpion. I think I'm gonna pass on the Magneto. We're gonna do Scorpion, Professor X, Vision Arcus, and North Star. So let's take a look at our team. So that's his kit. That's his entire kit. So I've got a couple of places that we're going to go here and do some fights that we want to do, and we want to showcase what he can do. Because I've been yammering on for about 9 minutes now. So we're going to go in here to Special Quests, and we're going to go up against our favorite punching bag. That's not our favorite punching bag. Our favorite punching bag. And we're going to edit this team out, and I'm going to bring in a Vision Arcus, who I have. I don't think I have him as a 7-star, but I definitely have him as a 6-star. Where is he at? There he is. Oh, I do have him as a 7-star. So we're going to replace that. And there is that Iceman increases the duration. And there is the Iceman gains a 1,124 crit rating. That's awesome. Okay, so this is what we're going to be going up against. We're going to be using Iceman. Now, I don't have a relic on Iceman, so we're going to go ahead and put a relic on him. And I took the relic off. So we got to go out. Champions, Iceman, relic information. We are going to... there's not really a good relic for him. So we get special attacks hit that deal physical damage, gain up to 24 crit rating. That is not great. I mean, it's just, they're just okay. Gives him a little bit more resistance. That's pretty much what we're going to be getting. So let's get back in here. We should have the relic on now. Okay, and I want to make sure, let's edit the team, and we do have the relic on. Okay. All right, so that's the team we're going to use. So our Frostbite should last longer, and as long as they got a Cold Snap, there's a better chance, and we're going to work up to a Special 2 without losing our armor to get all that stuff to expire and do a whole bunch of damage. All right, here we go. And he's a 47,000 with all of these synergies. And we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. And he just took some damage there. Here he goes. And bam, that was 200,000 points of damage without a crit. So our chances of getting one now are a lot less, even though we just got a whole bunch, because we don't have that Cold Snap on anymore. And we got 4. Boom, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Just destroyed him. Now, that was in 48 seconds. If we had gotten a crit off of that initial Special 2, that would have been about less than 30 seconds. Let's take him up against... So we're going to take him up against Captain Marvel. Here we go. And we're going for as many of these as we can get. So basically, every time I crit, we're going to get one of these. And they last... This is good. Wow, that was 300,000 points of damage without a crit, and she didn't go down. Now, I have a couple of other punching bags that I like to go to that are in a couple other places, and they're skilled champs, so we can see these in Chapter 8. And the first one we're going to do is Chapter 8, Act 8, Chapter 3, Quest 1. And there is a Night Thrasher in here. So we're going to go ahead and go up against this Night Thrasher. And this Night Thrasher is a 70, it's almost an 80,000. It'll be less because we have class advantage. Now, this guy's got nodes on him. And he's got this Eternals engine and a couple other things. None of this matters because we're just going to roll right through this guy. All right, I want this guy to do a special here. Watch this. Boom. Look at that. Gone. And that was fast. And that was an 80,000. 28 seconds. And even the next champ in this, Morningstar, no match. No match. So Morningstar can do bleeds when we attack her, but he's immune to bleed, so it doesn't matter. And again, we're just going to come in and we're just going to go. Now, I can get rid of that weapon. So that was a heavy. Okay, I want the special. There we go. Ah. All right, let's get up to this. Now we've only got 1, 2. We've got 2 now. Bam! Look at that. Bam! Done. Easy peasy. We got hit one little time because I made a mistake, but that's okay. And then we've got one other champ that we want to go after, and that is going to be in Act 8, Chapter 4. Act 8, Chapter... Oh, I'm sorry. Chapter 4. Quest 6. And it's going to be a Black Widow Deadly Origins. Now, she does have an evade mechanic. And we don't care about that because we've got Cold Snap. And I believe it is this. Yes, it's that one. So we're going to go up. And teleport over. And she also has some nodes on her. So let's take a look at those nodes too. And this is a 78. She's a 78,000. She goes down to a 76,000. She's got a weapon on her. She gains a non-stacking 3-second true strike whenever she dashes forward, dodges backwards. And we can disarm by dodging any hit. So if we dodge the special one, then we'll get it. And we're a 47, almost a 48,000 against her. So same thing. We're just going to try and get as many of these as we can. All right, there she goes. All right, so her weapon is disabled now, and she can't evade. Oh, she did. Wow. Oh, because... Okay, let's hit her with this. Now she can't evade. And I have the weapon. Now watch this. Boom. Hit. You see that 123,000 burst damage come off of her from the heavy? Because she had 7. 7 of those frostbites on her. Now, this guy has evades also, and we're going to try and shut those down as well. So Mr. Fantastic has evades. So we're gonna go forward. All right, we took his weapon away. And he doesn't have an evade anymore because, now he does, because we took that off. Now watch this. Boom. Look at all of his health disappear. And he can't evade now. And we're going to keep that on him. We've got 11. Watch this. Boom. Oh, wow. He didn't go down. What? He didn't go down. But oh, I bet our ice armor's gone. Nope. See that? There was our ice armor. Okay. Easy peasy. We didn't have to worry about that special 3, even though he didn't go down. And, we got through it okay. And that did a ton of damage. So you can see Iceman does tons and tons of damage. And he has got utility until the end of time. Immune to bleeds, immune to poison, immune to Nova Flame, immune to incinerates, frostbite, cold snap, all of that. All immune. He can stop evasion and then just does tons and tons of damage. All right, that is the video I have for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody